Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shiveshakam Vitam Scha Om Jnana Timarandasha Ganajana Shalakaya Chakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Nama Gurva Bistam Supurakam Gurganara Sesha Sambhusitam Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shirupa Patanagam Govindabidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Dibyad Bhagavat Premna Vibijapradam Devam Divyatanam Suchanda Bharanam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyambudim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Vandetam Shubhadam Madeka Sharanam Yashishwara Shridaram Vanshakaupatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gorata Vishay Nama. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, with translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and this is Antya-lila, chapter 6. Lord Chaitanya meets Raghunath das Goswami.
Jai Srila Jagannath Maharaj ki
Jai Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada chira-dadhi-mahotsava ki jai. Start with verse number 82. Ki koriya bedai iha keho nahi jane Mahaprabhur darshanapai kon bhagyavane. No one could understand what Nityananda Prabhu was doing as he walked about. Some, however, who were very fortunate, could see that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also present. Tabehasi Nityananda Basila Asane Chari Kundi Aroya Chira Rakila-dadhi-mahotsava. Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chira that had not been made from boiled paddy. As we explained, when the paddy is dehusked by boiling, it's not considered very ideal, because they consider that boiling to take out the husk is like partially cooked by persons who are not devotees. So they prefer that the husk is removed by mechanical means rather than boiling. So then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chip rice or chira that had not been made from boiled paddy. Asana diya Mahaprabhure tahan basaila duibai tabe chira kaite lagila. Lord Nityananda offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together the 2 brothers began eating the chip rice. Deki Nityananda Prabhu Anandita Hoila Kata Kata Baba Vesha Prakasha Korila. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating with him, Lord Nityananda Prabhu became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. Agyadila Hari Bole Koraha Bojan Hari Hari Dvani Uti Barila Bhuvan. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, "All you eat," chanting the holy name of Hari. Immediately the holy names Hari Hari resounded, filling the entire universe. Hari Hari Boli Vaishnava Koraye Bojan Pulina Bojana Sabar Hoila Smaran. When all the Vaishnavas were chanting the holy names Hari Hari and eating, They remembered how Lord Krishna and Balaram ate with their companions, the cowherd boys, on the banks of the Jamuna. Nityananda Mahaprabhu, Kripalu Udar, Raghunather Bhagye Eta Koila Angikar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are extremely merciful and liberal. It was Raghunath Das's good fortune that they accepted all these dealings. Nityananda Prabhava Kripa Janibe Konjan Mahaprabhu Ane Koraya Pulina Bojan. Who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come eat chip rice on the bank of the Ganges. Sri Ramadas Sadi Gopa Prema Vishta Hoila Ganga Tire Jamuna Pulina Gyana Koila. Other confidential devotees who were cowherd boys, headed by Sri Ramadas, were absorbed in ecstatic love. They thought the bank of the Ganges to be the bank of the Jamuna. Mahotsava Shuni Pasari Nanagrama Hoite chira-dadhi Sandesh Kala Anila Vechite. When the shopkeepers of many other villages heard about the festival, they arrived there to sell chira or chip rice, yogurt, sweetmeats, and bananas. Jatadravya loya aishe sab muya koreloy taradravya muya diya tahare kaljai. As they came bringing all kinds of food, Raghunath Das purchased it all. He gave them the price for their goods and later fed them the very same food. Kutuka dekite aila jata jata jan se chira-dadhi kala korila bakan. Anyone who came to see how these funny things were going on was also fed chip rice, yogurt, and bananas. Bhojana Kori Nityananda Achaman Koila Chari Kundir Avasesha Raghunath-lila. After Lord Nityananda Prabhu finished eating, he washed his hands and mouth and gave Raghunath Das the food remaining in the 4 pots. Aratin Kundikaya Avasesha Chila Grase Kori Vipra Sab Bhakti Dila. There was food remaining in the 3 other big pots of Lord Nityananda, and a Brahmin distributed it to all the devotees, giving a morsel to each. Pushpamala Vipra Ane Prabhu Galidila Chandana Aniya Prabhur Sarvangi Lepila. Then a Brahmin brought a flower garland, placed the garland on Nityananda Prabhu's neck, and smeared sandalwood pulp all over his body. Sevaka Tambula Loya Koreya Samarpan Hasya Prabhu Korayek Charvan. When a servant brought betel nuts and offered them to Lord Nityananda, the Lord smiled and chewed them. Malachandan Tambula Sesha Jay Achila Sehaste Prabhu Taha Sabakare Bantidila. With his own hands, Lord Nityananda Prabhu distributed to all the devotees whatever flower garlands, sandalwood pulp, and betel nuts remained. Anandita Raghunatha Prabhura Seshapana Apanara Gana Saha Koila Bantiya. After receiving the remnants of food left by Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das who was greatly happy, ate some and distributed the rest among his own associates. Eta kohilun Nityananda vihar chira-dadhi-mahotsava name kyate jar. Thus I have described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu in relation to the celebrated festival of chip rice and yogurt. Chira-dadhi-mahotsava, the festival of chira and yogurt, organized by Raghunath das for Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Prabhu Vishrama Koila Jadi Din Sesha Hoila Raghava Mandire Tabe Kirtana Arambila. Nityananda Prabhu rested for the day, and when the day ended, he went to the temple of Raghava Pandit and began congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Bhaktasab Nachaya Nityananda Rai Seshe Nritya Kore Preme Jagat Vashai. Lord Nityananda Prabhu first influenced all the devotees to dance, and finally he himself began dancing, thus inundating the entire world in ecstatic love. Mahaprabhu Tara Nritya Korana Darshan Sabe Nityananda Deke Na Deke Anyajan. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was observing the dancing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu could see this, but the others could not. Nityananda Nritya Jena Taharanartane Upama Dibara Nahi 18 Bhuvane. The dancing of Lord Nityananda, like the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cannot be compared to anything within these three worlds. Nritya Ramadhuri Keva Barni Bare Pare Mahaprabhu Aishe Je Nritya Deki Bare. No one can properly describe the sweetness of Lord Nityananda's dancing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally comes to see it. Nritya Kori Prabhu Jabe Vishrama Korila Bhojanera Lage Pandita Nivedana Koila. After the dancing and after Lord Nityananda had rested, Raghava Pandit submitted his request that the Lord take supper. Bhojane Basila Prabhu Nijagan Laya Mahaprabhur Asana Dahine Patiya. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat down for supper with his personal associates and made a sitting place on his right side for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu Asese Asane Basila Deki Raghaveramane Ananda Barila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and sat down at his place. Seeing this, Raghava Pandit felt increasing happiness. Duvibai Age Prasad Aniya Darila Sakala Vaishnave Piche Pariveshana Koila. Raghava Pandit brought the prasadam before the two brothers and thereafter distributed prasadam to all the other Vaishnavas. Nana Prakar Pita Payasa Divya Sayana Amrita Nindaye Aiche Bibida Byanjana. There were varieties of cakes, sweet rice, and fine cooked rice that surpassed the taste of nectar. There were also varieties of vegetables. Raghava Thakurer Prasad Amritadasar Mahaprabhu Jaha Kaite Aishe Bar Bar. The food prepared and offered to the deity by Raghava Pandit was like the essence of nectar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there again and again to eat such prasadam. Pakakore Raghava Jabe Bhoga Lagaya Mahaprabhu lage boga pritak baraya. When Raghava Pandit offered the food to the deity after cooking, he would make a separate offering for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pratidin Mahaprabhu Korana Bojan Madhye Madhye Prabhu Tare Dena Darashan. Every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat at the house of Raghava Pandit. Sometimes he would give Raghava Pandit the opportunity to see him. Dui Baire Raghava Ani Pariveshe Jatna Kori Bojaya Narahi Avaseshe. Raghava Pandit would bring and distribute a prasadam to the two brothers, feeding them with great attention. They ate everything, and therefore there were no remnants left. Kata upahara ane hena nahi jani Raghavera gare rande radha takurani. He brought so many preparations that no one could know them perfectly. Indeed, it was a fact that the Supreme Mother Radharani personally cooked in the house of Raghava Pandit. So Radha Thakurani she cooked in the house of Raghava Pandit. Durva Sara Thai Teho Payachena Bar Amrita Hoite Pak Tara Adika Madhura. Srimati Radharani received from Durvasa Muni the benediction that whatever she cooked would be sweeter than nectar. Mm-hmm. That is a special feature of her cooking. Sugandhi Sundara Prasad Madhur Yerasar Duibai Taha Kana Santosha Abar. Aromatic and pleasing to see, the food was the essence of all sweetness. Thus the two brothers, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, ate it with great satisfaction. Bojane basite Raghunath kohe sarvajan Pandita kohe iha pache korive bojan. All the devotees present requested Raghava Pandit. All the devotees present requested Raghunath Das to sit down and take prasadam, but Raghava Pandit told them he will take prasadam later. Bhaktagan Akanta Bariya Korila Bojan Haridwani Kori Uti Koila Achaman. All the devotees took prasadam, filling themselves to the brim. Thereafter, chanting the holy name of Hari, they stood up and washed their hands and mouths. So in Bengali, when you say they ate, they filled themselves up to the brim, they say they filled themselves up to the neck. Bhojana kori dui bai koila achaman Raghava ani paraila maya chandan. After eating, the two brothers washed their hands and mouths. Thus, Raghava Pandit brought flower garlands and sandalwood pulp and decorated them. Birakal Jaila Koila Charana Bandhan Bhaktagane Dila Bira Maya Chandan. Raghava Pandit offered them betel nuts and worshipped their lotus feet. He also distributed betel nuts, flower garlands, and sandalwood pulp to the devotees. Raghavera Kripa Raghunathera Upare Duibaira Avashishta Patra Dilatare. Raghava Pandit, being very merciful toward Raghunath Das, offered him the dishes with the remnants of food left by the two brothers, left by Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Kohila Chaitanya Gosai, Korijachan Bojan, Tarasesh Paile Tomar, Kandila Bandhan. He said, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has eaten this food. If you take his remnants, you will be released from the bondage of your family. Bhakta Chitte Bhakta Grihe Sada Abastan Kabu Gupta Kabu Vyakta Swatantra Bhagavan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead always resides either in the heart or in the home of a devotee. This fact is sometimes hidden and sometimes manifest, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fully independent. Sarvatra Vyapaka Prabhur Saras Sarvatra Vas Ihate Samshaya Jara Se Jainash. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is all pervasive, and therefore he resides everywhere. Anyone who doubts this will be annihilated. Prate Nityananda Prabhu Gangasnan Korea Se Brika Mule Basila Nijagana Loya. In the morning, after taking his bath in the Ganges, Nityananda Prabhu sat down with his associates beneath the same tree under which he had previously sat. Raghunath Ase Koila Charana Bandhan Raghava Pandit Dwara Koila Nivedan. Raghunath Das went there and worshipped Lord Nityananda's lotus feet. Through Raghava Pandit he submitted his desire. Arama Pamara Mui Hina Jivadam Mora Icha Hoy Paya Chaitanya Charan. I am the lowest of men, the most sinful, fallen, and condemned. Nevertheless, I desire to attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhamana Hoya Jaina Chanda Daribare Chai Aneka Jatna Koinu Tate Kabu Sidanoi. Like a dwarf who wants to catch the moon, I have tried my best many times, but I have never been successful. Chatabar Palayami Grihadi Chadiya Pitamata Dui More Rakaye Pandiya. Every time I tried to go away and give up my home relationships, my father and mother unfortunately kept me bound. Tomara Kripa Bina Keho Chaitanya Napai Tumi Kripa Koile Tare Arameha Pai. No one could attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without your mercy. But if you are merciful, even the lowest of men can attain shelter at his lotus feet. Ayogya Mui Nivedana Korite Koribai More Chaitanya Deho Gosai Hoya Sadai. Although I am unfit and greatly afraid to submit this plea, I nevertheless request you, sir, to be especially merciful toward me by granting me shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Moramate Paradori Koraha Prasad Nirvigne Chaitanya Paya Kora Ashirbad. Placing your feet on my head, Give me the benediction that I may achieve the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without difficulty. I pray for this benediction. Shuni hasi kohe Prabhu sabhaktagane taravishai sukha indra sukha sam. After hearing this appeal by Raghunath Das, Lord Nityananda Prabhu smiled and told all the devotees, Raghunath Das's standard of material happiness is equal to that of Indra, the king of heaven. Chaitanya kripate seho nahi bai mane sabe ashirbad kora pauka Chaitanya charane. Because of the mercy bestowed upon him by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das, although situated in such material happiness, does not like it at all. Therefore, let every one of you be merciful toward him and give him the benediction that he may very soon attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnapad Padma Ganda Jai Jan Pai Brahmalok Adi Sukh Tarinahi Bai. One who experiences the fragrance of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna does not value even the standard of happiness available in Brahmaloka, the topmost planet, and what to speak of heavenly happiness. Yodustyajan Darasutan Suridrajam Ridisbrishaha Jahol Yuvaivam Malavad Uttamashloka Lalasa. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is offered sublime poetic prayers by those trying to attain his favor. Thus he is known as Uttamashloka, being very eager to gain the association of Lord Krishna. King Bharata, although in the prime of youth, gave up his very attractive wife, affectionate children, most beloved friends, and opulent kingdom, exactly as one gives up stool after excreting it. Tabe Raghunate Prabhu Nikate Boraila Taramate Paradori Kohite Lagila. Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu called Raghava Das near him, placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Das's head, and began to speak. Tumi Jai Korila E Pulina Bojan Tomai Kripa Korigar Gora Koila Agaman. My dear Raghunath Das, he said, since you arranged the feast on the bank of the Ganges, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here just to show you his mercy. Kripa Kori Koila Chira Dugda Bojan Nrityadeki Ratriye Koila Prashada Bakan. By his causeless mercy, he ate the chira, or chip rice and milk. Then after seeing the dancing of the devotees at night, he took his supper. Toma udarite gora aila apane chutila tomara jata vignadi bandhane. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaurahari came here personally to deliver you. Now rest assured that all the impediments meant for your bondage are gone. Swaruparastane Toma Koribe Samarpane Antaranga Britya Bole Rakibe Charane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will accept you and place you under the charge of his secretary, Swarup Damodar. You will thus become one of the most confidential internal servants and will attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nischinta hoya jaha apana bhavan achire nirvigne pabe Chaitanya charan. Being assured of all this, return to your own home. Very soon, without impediments, you will attain shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sabhakta Dwaritare Ashirvad Korila Tasavar Charana Raghunatha Bandila. Lord Nityananda had Raghunath Das blessed by all the devotees, and Raghunath Das offered his respects to their lotus feet. Prabhu Agyaloya Vaishnavera Agyaloyla Raghava Sahite Nibrite Jukte Korila. After taking leave of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and then all the other Vaishnavas, Sri Raghunath Das consulted secretly with Raghava Pandit. Jukti Kore Shatamudra Sona Tolasate Nibrite Dila Prabhur Bandai Bandarir Hate. After consulting with Raghava Pandit, he secretly delivered 100 gold coins and about 7 tolas of gold into the hand of Nityananda Prabhu's treasure. So it says about 7 tolas, or about 2.5 ounces of gold. After consulting with Raghava Pandit, he secretly delivered 100 gold coins and about 7 tolas, or 2.5 ounces of gold, into the hand of Nityananda Prabhu's treasure. Tarini Shedila Prabhure Ebe na Kahiba Nijagare Javen Jave Tabe Nibediba. Raghunath Das admonished the treasure, do not speak about this to Lord Nityananda Prabhu now, but when he returns home, kindly inform him about this presentation. Tabe Raghava Pandit Tare Gare Loya Gela Thakur Darshana Koraya Mala Chandana Dila. Thereupon Raghava Pandit took Raghunath Das to his home. Thereupon Raghava Pandit took Raghunath Das to his home. After inducing him to see the deity, he gave Raghunath Das a garland and sandalwood pulp. Aneka prasad dila pate kaibare tabe bhuna Raghunatha kahe panditere. He gave Raghunath Das a large quantity of prasadam to eat on the way home. Then Raghunath Das again spoke to Raghava Pandit. Prabhur Sange Jata Mahanta Pritya Ashrita Jan Pujite Chohi Ayami Sabar Charan. I want to give money, he said, just to worship the lotus feet of all the great devotees, servants and subservants of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Bish Panch Dashabar Dashapancha Hoy Mudra Deho Vichari Jara Jata Jogya Hoy. As you think fit, give 20, 15, 12, 10, or 5 coins to each of them. These are gold coins. Sab Leka Korea Raghava Pashadila Jaraname Jata Raghava Chiti Lekaila. Raghunath Das drew up an account of the amount to be given and submitted it to Raghava Pandit, who then made up a list showing how much money was to be paid to each and every devotee. Ekshara Mudrara Shona Toladvaya Panditera Agedila Korea Vinoy With great humility, Raghunath Das placed 100 gold coins and about 2 tolas of gold before Raghava Pandit for all the other devotees. Tarapara Duli Loya Sagrihe Aila Nityananda Kripapaya Kritartha Manila. After taking dust from the feet of Raghava Pandit, Raghunath Das returned to his home, feeling greatly obligated to Lord Nityananda Prabhu because of having received his merciful benediction. Se hoite abhyantarena koranagaman bahire durga mandape jana korana shayan. From that day on, he did not go into the interior section of the house. Instead, he would sleep on the Durga Mandapa, the place where Mother Durga was worshipped. So this is the outer portion of the house, like the patio. And Raghunath Das, from that time on, didn't sleep in the house, but he slept out in the Durga Mandapa, which is like the outer portion of the house, like the courtyard. Daha jagi rahe sab rakakagan palaite korana nana upai chindana. There, however, the watchman alertly kept guard. Raghunath Das was thinking of various means by which to escape their vigilance. So we're continuing with hearing about how Raghunath Das wants to leave his opulent family situation, and he wants to go to Jagannath Puri and be with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to continue reading this. Okay. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Madanaman Giridhari Gopinatha Madanaman Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaoite Vignana Shabista Puram Jaoite Vignana Shabista Puram Echai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Chai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Dasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Sabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan Harinam Sankirtan Jai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Jai Gora Hari Bo. Jai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Jai Gora Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Chira-dadhi-mahotsava Ki Jai. The Divine Disappearance Day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Niriya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parabhajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupa Nuka Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namachar Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusha Mashra Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Srimad Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sokel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kuna Radhakunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Dham Ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju Ki Jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shrina Shingadev Ki Jai. Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Kartik Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Damodar Vrata Ki Jai. Shri Niyama Seva Ki Jai. Shri Urja Vrata Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Vishnu Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardana Maharaj Ki Jai.